This morning online team.
Morning, sir.
Well,
Good morning, sir.
the last two sessions we learned about select statement for doing database level testing. Let me introduce you today Agile model. After learning the Agile model, we go with the Jira. Note on the topic Agile model. See, in our second chapter in software testing fundamentals, the software development life cycle, I have given some brief introduction about the Agile model. Please refer the notes. In chapter 2, while explaining development life cycle, waterfall model, V model, I given some basic details about the Agile model. Today we'll extend the discussion, some Agile model terminologies and how the work happens in Agile model. Topic identified? Right. See, Agile model is one of the incremental model used to develop big size of products. Hundreds of requirements to be implemented in a project, like a big banking application, e-commerce application, ERP application. Nowadays, mostly companies are preferring to go with Agile methodology, Agile model. In the Agile model, a big project divided into modules first. Each module divided into smaller components called sprints. It's short schedule, 1 week of schedule, 10 days of schedules planned to implement 2-3 major business requirements can be called as a sprint. In waterfall model, we make lengthy schedule, 3 months of effort. 3 months, we implement these 20 features, these 40 features. Whereas in Agile model, we don't plan for lengthy schedules. A maximum of 1 week or 10 days, 2 weeks of schedules can be planned. Let's say totally there are about 40 requirements to be implemented in a product. Rather than making a plan at one plan to one schedule for implementing all the 40 requirements, your project manager, called Scrum Master in Agile model terminology, divide the 40 requirements into multiple schedules. Say for example, this 1 week, next 1 week, we implement 2-3 major business requirements. Next week, what is the work? Even developers and testers do not know. Totally 40 requirements to be implemented in the product. If I am the Scrum Master for the current project, I plan a schedule to implement 2-3 major business requirements in 1 week of schedule. Next week, another 2-3 requirements. Next week, another 2-3 requirements. Like this, in multiple sprints, in multiple schedules, the product will be implemented, not at one schedule. Right, listen. We are developing some food delivery application like Swiggy. Tell me a few requirements of this application. After downloading the product, this application has multiple modules. Tell me what are the modules of a food delivery application? You know about Swiggy? Customer module. We download a mobile app to order the food online. The app what you are downloading is called customer module app. Delivery by module, restaurant module, admin module, accounts module.
Admin module, accounts module.
Right. Now, a big product divided into multiple modules, admin module, accounts module, restaurant module, delivery by module, and customer module. At first, we plan to implement the first module, customer module in the product sale. A person who do not have an account in Swiggy in our food delivery application should be able to create an account. This person should be able to log in. This person should be able to update the profile, contact number, address, whatever it may be. And this person should be able to change the password at any point of time. Let's say these 4 major business requirements planned to implement in 1 week of schedule. There are many other features to be implemented. These 4 major functionalities planned to implement in the first schedule, 1 week of schedule. It can be called as first sprint, one sprint. Now, as a project manager, I'll instruct the BA, product owner. In waterfall model terminology, this person called as a business analyst. In agile model terminology, the business analyst generally referred as product owner. He behaves like owner of the product. He takes the whole responsibility of the product. I'll ask the product owner, business analyst, this 1 week we plan to implement these 4 requirements. You give the KT about the 4 requirements to the team. The Scrum Master will instruct the business analyst, product owner, explain the 4 requirements to the team members. Now Scrum Master will log off. This BA will come into the picture. The BA will organize a meeting, Scrum meeting. The Agile team members, what do you mean by team members here? In waterfall model, we'll maintain 2 teams, development team and QA team. In Agile model, there are no 2 teams, only 1 team. All developers and testers working towards delivering the better product, called Scrum team or Agile team. Developers and testers, including the project manager, business analyst, all people together called Agile team. The BA will initiate a meeting, Scrum meeting, it is called Agile meeting. Developers, testers are the major participants of this meeting. Now here the BA will explain the requirements to the team. Like waterfall model, we don't prepare lengthy requirement documents like SRS and FRS. You don't find requirement documents in Agile model. Only KTs will be given. Rather than spending the time in preparing lengthy requirement specification where the requirements are frequently changing nowadays product, it's a waste of time preparing such a lengthy documentation. Rather than spending the time in documentation, we spend the time on the actual product development. A meeting organized, developers and testers are available in the meeting. If I'm the BA, I will explain the requirements to the team members. At first, we have to create homepage in the product. The very first requirement to be implemented, homepage. We have to put the logo in the left side. We have to put the company title on the top. These are the various components we have to implement in the homepage. Then, a person who downloaded the product who do not have an account should be able to create an account. First name, middle name, last name, contact number, email ID, address are the mandatory fields. These are the other fields we can capture. When I'm explaining the requirements to the team members, developers and testers, they'll make a note of it. They'll make a note of it, whatever I'm explaining. Whatever the BA explained the requirement, they'll make a note. Okay, the first functionality, homepage of the product. Second functionality, user registration. First name, middle name, last name. Here, first name and last name are mandatory field. Contact number is a mandatory field. Email ID is a mandatory field. Address is a mandatory field. Something like this. When the BA explaining the requirement, the team members will make a note of it. Then I'll explain the next requirement. After creating an account, this user should be able to log in. Username, password, and submit button. Sometimes the user may forget their password. Below the login section, we have to provide a reset password link, forgotten password link. When the user clicks forgotten password, they have to give their contact number or email ID. System should send a reset email notification to the registered mobile number or registered email ID. Whatever I'm explaining, the requirement, what actually we have to implement in the product, the developers and testers will make a short note about it. Then I'll explain one more requirement. At any point of time, customer should be able to change the password. At any point of time, customer should be able to update the profile. Updating the profile meaning the customer can change the mobile number, change the email ID, change the contact address. Like this, the requirements are explained to the team members. They will make a note of it. The first requirement to be implemented in our product, homepage of the product. Then user registration. Then login. Then resetting a password. Then updating a profile. These 4 or 5 functionalities we implement in the first 1 week. Understood? Like this, a small meeting is organized called kickoff meeting, scrum meeting, where the BA explain the requirements to the team members will make a note of the requirements. What are the mandatory fields? Everything they will document. Again, no SRS, no FRS. No SRS and no FRS. Only requirements are explained. The people will make a note of it. Developers, development lead, project lead, QA team and team lead. All these people are available in this meeting. After explaining the requirements of the team members, I'll ask my team members, do you have any questions to me on the requirement? Developer posted a question. Sir, this is not clear. Once again, can you explain? BA will explain again. Tester posted a question. This condition is not clear. The BA will explain again. Now the team members confirm, yes, requirements are understood. What we have to implement is understood. Now, BA responsibility explaining the requirements. Previously, he used to document lengthy requirement, give it to the team members. Now, instead of documenting the requirement, the BA explaining the requirements to the team members in a meeting called Scrum meeting. Now, BA will log off from the meeting. Again, the Scrum Master will come into the picture. The project manager will come into the picture. I'll ask my team members, developers and testers. So our BA explained the requirements to you. Is clear? Requirements are clear? Clear? Right. Scrum Master will ask the team members, are the requirements are clear? Team member said, yes sir, BA explained everything, it's clear. Now, I'll ask the project lead, development lead. Morning one meeting organized. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 2-3 major business requirements are explained to the team members. Now the Scrum Master will come into the picture. I'll ask the project lead, by 12 o'clock we have a meeting, by 1 o'clock we have a meeting. Come with the plan and approach, how you are going to implement these 4 requirements. I'm not asking all development team members. I'm asking the project lead, development lead, these 4 requirements we have to develop, start. You come with a plan and approach, how you are going to implement these 4 requirements. By 12 o'clock we have a meeting. I ask the QA lead, test lead, you come with a plan and approach precisely what are the things you are going to plan for testing these 4 requirements. Work is assigned to the senior people first. Now again by 12 o'clock another meeting organized. The development lead, QA lead and Scrum Master, only these 3 people in the meeting, not all the team members. Development lead will explain, first we are going to create the home page. We put the login section, we put the logo in the left side. We put the company title here. We will follow this kind of branding colors, blue and red combination. A project lead will explain to the project manager, this is how we are planning to implement these 4 features. These are the colors we follow. This is the font we follow. This is the logo we are putting here. We are putting in the login section in the right side. Immediately this QA lead stop. No, better we put the login section in the left side. Rather than putting the login section in the right side, QA lead stopped the discussion, said, no, better we put the login section in the left side, not in the right side. Generally in waterfall model, after implementing the product, QA team giving the feedback. But here, before starting implementing the product itself, QA team is giving the suggestions to the developer, why can't we make the better product in this way? Which one is correct actually, better actually? Finding the defects after development, giving the suggestions before the development. Before the development. In that meeting, that will be. Yes, Scrum Master also said, yes, better we put the login section in the left side, not in the right side. The development lead is correcting it. Okay, we'll put the login in the left side, not in the right side. First, development lead will explain the plan and approach, how they are going to implement these 4 requirements. QA lead will explain the plan and approach. So these are the major test cases we are going to cover. Not documented in test cases. Precisely explain, this is how we test the 4 requirements being constructed. If the Scrum Master is happy with the discussion, okay, approve the plan and approach, you start working. You start working. And also I'll assign the time schedules, time deadlines. by day after tomorrow, only 4 functionalities to be implemented. You have a team of 4 people. By day after tomorrow, these 4 functionalities to be implemented. Day after tomorrow evening is the deadline. These 4 features to be implemented. QLE, by day after tomorrow, you have to make all the test cases ready to test this 4 requirement. Day after tomorrow evening, again we'll have one more meeting. Now, these 2 days I don't disturb these people. These people started developing the 4 functionalities. QA people started creating scenarios and test cases for the 4 functionalities. Again, day after tomorrow evening, one more meeting organized. Whatever they build for the 2 days functionalities, they have to demonstrate to the Scrum Master. Whatever the test cases they have documented, they need to explain to the Scrum Master. I'm seeing the output of the 2 days. Here also I'm seeing the output of the test cases. Test cases created in the 2 days. Yes. From tomorrow first in the first hour, you give the first build to the QA team. By tomorrow evening, you have to execute these 35 test cases. Let's say totally 30 test cases are prepared for testing this 4 requirement. 1 day time is given. Tomorrow morning, you give the first release to the QA team. By 9:30, release should be ready. By tomorrow evening, you have to finish off all 30 test cases execution, the first build. By end of the day, you have to submit all the defects to the team members. The next day, soon after you receive the defect, 1 day, you need to resolve all the bugs. Next day, you have to give the next release. You have to do retesting and regression testing. Finally, by the Friday evening, we'll have the final meeting. Now, these people started implementing the functionalities and demonstrated, right? They convert that application, whatever they demonstrated to me with 4 requirements, give it to QA team. QA people will execute the test cases. As per the time schedules, by the end of the day, they have to submit the defects to the development team. 1 day time given for resolving all the bugs. You have to resolve all the bugs because not 100 requirement, only 4 features. You have to resolve all the bugs. Give the next release to the QA team, second build. Retesting, regression testing. Finally, you have to make everything ready by Friday evening. Friday evening, the final discussion about the 4 requirements. I'll see the output after testing. Previously in the meeting, I have seen the output before testing, correct? Now I'll have a review on the product after testing. If I have still any comments, everything is fine, why can't you change like this? After changing testing, submit by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning again they submitted. I'm happy with the output now. Now I'll connect to my client. I'll demonstrate the output to my client. This 1 week, these are the 4 features we have implemented for your business. This is how your homepage looks. This is how customers can create their account. This is how customers can log in. This is how customers can recover their password if they've forgotten. At any point of time, they can change the contact number address like this. I'm demonstrating the 4 functionalities to my client directly, not after implementing 40 requirements. Client given 1 or 2 comments. Why can't we change this color like this? Why can't you change the functionality in this way? Okay, sir, no issue. By day after tomorrow or tomorrow, you get the next output. Whatever the comments given by the client, I'll discuss with my team members. Client is expecting like this, you slightly modify. After modification, you test it. By tomorrow evening, I wanted the output. Now, customer given comments are incorporated, tested. Again, I demonstrate to my client. So this is what the modifications you asked, we made it. Confirm. Now, customer said, yes, everything good. Everything is fine. Now, keep it aside. Plan next 2-3 major business requirement in the next 1 week. Same process. Again, BA will explain the 2-3 requirements to the team members. Scrum Master will assign the work to the team members. Scrum Master will have a review on the product. If the Scrum Master is happy with the output, demonstrate to the client, get the client feedback. Based on the client feedback or based on client given comments, if required, again modifications, final review, demonstrate to the client. If the product is usable, deploy, otherwise keep it aside, plan for next sprint. Like this, in multiple sprints, system gets implemented. No much documentation followed. Rather than giving the priority for the process or documentation, Here the priority will be given for the actual construction. This kind of software development methodology is called agile model. Hope you little understood this, right? Right. Now, this is what we have discussed in the last SDLC chapter. Agile model. It is one of the incremental model where a big project divided into multiple modules. Then every module further divided into smaller components called sprint. The sprint by sprint software gets implemented. Sprint planning. 2-3 major business requirement planned to implement in the first schedule. How many days of required, how much team required, work allocation. Development, testing, demonstrate to the client. If client said, okay, keep it aside, then plan for the second sprint. Another 2-3 major requirements in the next 1 week of schedule. Like in multiple sprints, software gets implemented. Hope you took this notes, right? Maybe you have not attended, madam. I give one.
Just taken the notes, sir.
Right. No, agile model 3 part only. Agile model is a development approach. Yeah, agile model, what is the notes I have given? Read it.
Big projects are divided into modules and further module divided into smaller components.
Module,
Then then module divided into sprints.
each module further divided into
Sprints.
smaller components called sprints.
Sprints. This much only you have given, sir.
After after dividing a module into sprints, the module by module software gets implemented in multiple schedules. These are the notes I have given. A big project divided into modules first. Each module further divided into smaller pieces called sprints. The sprint by sprint software gets implemented. Did you took this diagram? This part.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No, same whatever the notes I have given. Agile model, repeat. Slightly repeat it, better. Slightly repeat it. Agile model. Agile model is one of the incremental model. Agile model, one of the incremental model used to develop big size of projects. Used to develop big size of projects. It's one of the incremental model used to implement big size of projects. Continuation. In agile model, a big project divided into modules. A big project divided into modules. Then each module further divided into smaller schedules, smaller components called sprints. Each module further divided into smaller components called sprints. Then sprint by sprint, the software gets implemented. The sprint by sprint, software gets implemented in multiple releases. Sprint by sprint, software gets implemented in multiple schedules, that is in multiple releases. Better you note down whatever the notes I have given, this diagram will demonstrate the same. Take it. A big project divided into modules first. Take the first diagram. A big project divided into modules first. If it is a food delivery application like a Swiggy project, admin module, restaurant module, delivery by module, customer module, something like this. Then each module, say for example, customer module in food delivery application, further divided into smaller components called sprints. A module will be further divided into smaller pieces called sprints. Note down this. Like customer module, maybe in the first sprint, I plan to implement customer registration, login, recovering a password, updating a profile. These 4 major business requirements collectively can be called as one sprint. 1 week of schedule, 10 days of schedule, plan to implement 2-3 major business requirements can be called as a sprint. Out of 40, first sprint, 4 requirements. Next sprint, another 4 requirements. Next sprint, another 4 requirements. Last sprint, last 4 requirements. Rather than making one schedule to implement all 40 requirements, we make multiple schedules for implementing all requirements of the product. Finish?
Yes.
Now, each sprint implementation, each sprint development will go like this. First sprint, a meeting organized, requirements are discussed, work allotted to the team members, developers implementing the 2-3 major business requirement. QA people will test the requirement. Once the QA team is happy with the developed output, they demonstrate to the first Scrum Master. Scrum Master with happy with the output, explain to the client. If client said okay, keep it side, plan another 2-3 major business requirement in the next 1 week of schedule. Like in multiple schedules, system gets implemented. Take this one also. Kickoff nothing but the product initiation meeting. Any short meeting to start a work can be called as a kickoff. Sprint by sprint, software gets implemented. First, a meeting initiated can be called kickoff meeting, nothing but stand-up meeting, scrum meeting, where the BA explain the requirements to the team. Then, Scrum Master will assign the work to the developers and testers. Once product is developed, 2-3 major business requirements are developed, QA people will test the output. QA people will give the feedback to the developers. Based on the feedback given by the QA team, developers will update the product if required. Final output demonstrated to the Scrum Master. Scrum Master happy with the output, explain to the client. If client given any comments or any suggestion, based on the client given comments, again system gets updated, again tested, again demonstrated to the client. When the client said, okay, keep it side, go for second sprint, third sprint, next sprint. If the first sprint or second sprint is usable for the business, delivery, deployment, otherwise optional. Taken? Now here,
1 minute.
okay. Can I go further?
Okay, sir.
So what are the major advantages of this agile model? Note on this. Advantages of agile model. Advantages of agile model. What is the first one you are seeing here? Agile model guarantees more customer satisfaction by rapid delivery of usable product to the business. We are not making our customer to wait for months to see the output to use the product. Once a deal made between the customer and the software company, in waterfall model, we say to the customer, we need 3 months of time to implement this product. After 3 months, we deliver the product. Whereas in agile model, every week, every 10 days, you are giving something to the customer which is usable for his business. We are not making the customer to wait for months. Every week, every 10 days, we are delivering something, first release, second release, third release, which is usable for the business. Because of the rapid delivery of the product, more customer satisfaction can be guaranteed. Very quick delivery, very rapid delivery of some usable product for the business. I don't say we are delivering all 40 together at 1 week. First 1 week, we are giving some 1 or 2 features. Next week, we are delivering 2-3 features. Assume that with the first 6 features, we can start the business. Next 15 days, the website is live for the customer. Whereas in waterfall model, customer have to wait for about 3 to 4 months to make his business live. Agile model guarantees more customer satisfaction because every 1 week, every 10 days, we are delivering some usable product to the customer. We are not making a customer to wait for months. A working software can be delivered to the customer every week. Take the first advantage. Agile model guarantees more customer satisfaction. Agile model guarantees more customer satisfaction by rapid meaning speedy, by rapid and continuous delivery of usable product. Little extension to the first advantage, continuation. A working software is delivered within weeks. A working software is delivered within weeks rather than months. You don't make your customer to wait for months. Every week, every 10 days, we deliver something to the product client which is usable for the business. And you see this one. The agile models, agile development or agile testing, whatever, agile model saves time and money. How? How agile model saves time and money? Right. Less documentation. Unnecessary, lengthy requirement documentation we are not focusing. It's short note, not a detailed specifications. Then the testers and developers will have a question. In order to create test cases, I need the business condition. Without knowing business condition, how can I create the test data? In the meetings itself, whatever he demonstrating, you need to note down. In the meeting, he will demonstrate, right? That need to be noted down. Based on that only, we have to create test cases. Again, do not expect FRS, SRS in the agile model. No SRS, no FRS in agile model. That is outdated story. You don't find requirement documents in agile model. Only the 2-3 major business requirement what we have planned to implement in 1 week of schedule will be explained to the team in a meeting. Whatever the business conditions BA is explaining, you have to note down. Based on that only we have to proceed. Got it? So no much documentation. Rather than giving the importance for documentation, the priority will be given for the actual work. Rather than spending lots of time in preparing lengthy documentation, we spend the time in developing the actual product. And in waterfall model, we make lengthy schedules. 3 months, you have to develop this. First 1 month, these people will not work. Second month, slowly they start the work. Instead, here, in our previous discussion, I asked my development lead, by tomorrow evening, I wanted these 2 functionalities ready, correct? Is there any chance of skipping 1 hour? Very productive output, very speedy work. 65%, supposing if I am following waterfall model for developing one product, let us say estimated cost is $100. If I implement the same product following agile model within 65 to 70% of the budget, I can finish off it. Because very tight schedules. No wastage of the time. It's a very productive model, very economical model, saves the time and money like anything. Not only the amount, time, very quickly the product can be implemented. Agile model saves the time and money because of the less documentation. Note on this point. Agile model saves time and money. Agile model saves time and money because of less documentation. Because of less documentation. And listen, we'll talk about the third point later. 4th point, daily meetings. Almost every day, every alternative day, all team members are discussing about the product implementation. I said 2 days you have to develop the product, 2 days you have to write the test cases, 1 meeting is organized. Frequently, all team members are discussing about the product implementation. Any mistakes made can be identified in advance, easy to fix it up. Whereas in waterfall model, after 3 months we are testing the product. The mistakes made at early stage, many things to be updated, it will increase the time and cost. The daily meetings can help us to identify the issues in advanced stage and easy to fix, takes less time and cost. Note on this point. Daily scrum meetings help us to find the issues in advance. To find issues in advance at early stages. Maybe if you talk to the working people, maybe your friends or any relatives working, they will say, every day morning 8 o'clock, I have a client call, or evening 8 o'clock, I'll have a client call, something like this. You heard about it? The client call is nothing but these meetings. Today, there are no physical meetings. All our Skype meetings are Zoom meetings. Today, meaning not only in this pandemic situation, even before pandemic situation also. Mostly meetings are Zoom meetings or Skype meetings in Scrum call, because who are the participants here? Client also connected. Your Scrum Master available somewhere, connected. Your team available in Hyderabad location, for some people working, in other locations, some other people working. All people connected. Through Skype meetings, these discussions will happen. Sometimes, if team members all are available, physical meetings. Otherwise, Skype meeting. Finally, the discussions are made. People will say, every day 8 o'clock, I have a client call, something like this. The client call is nothing but this meeting. Client also the participant. What these people are implementing for my business, or am I getting the correct output or not? Client also involved in the meeting. Because finally, client is paying the money for the team, correct? Client also involved. Right. See here, third point. Regular feedback from the end user. After implementing 2-3 major business requirements, Scrum Master has seen the output of the developer product. If I'm happy with the output demonstrated by my team members, I'll connect to the client. I'll explain the output to the client. So this 1 week, we made your homepage of the system ready. This is how people will register their account. This is how people can log in. This is how people can update the profile. Customer giving some feedback or comments or suggestion. Only 2-3 functionalities are implemented. Only these 2-3 functionalities are demonstrated to the client to get the early feedback. What about in waterfall model? After 3 months, you are showing the output to the client. But here, every week, you are showing something to the client, getting the feedback from the client. So at early stage, you are getting the feedback from the client, suggestions from the client, easy to incorporate. That is the other major advantage of this agile model. Regular feedback from the customer, end user, results in better product. Note on this point. Regular feedback from the end user, regular feedback from the customer, regular feedback from the customer helps in improving the product. Regular feedback from the customer helps in improving the product. These are the major advantages of the agile methodology. Majorly, cost saving model. 100% customer will be happy with the output. Whereas in waterfall model, you are taking the feedback from the customer after 3 months. Without seeing what he is getting, customer is making the payments. If the finally end user said, no, this is what not I'm expecting, it results in failure of the contract. That will not happen in the agile model. Let me introduce you. Scrum is one of the agile model process actually. Scrum meaning a teamwork. Scrum is one of the agile model process, agile methodology development approach, where all team members work together to implement the product. Like a rugby game. Scrum actually derived from the game rugby. Whatever the terms used in the rugby game, same terminologies are used here. In cricket, we call the person as a captain. In the rugby game, we call the floor leader as a scrum master actually. You know, while playing the rugby game, very quickly people will assemble. While playing the game, very quickly people will assemble. Just for a second, they will discuss how to play for next 5 minutes. They don't sit and discuss. Like waterfall model. Actually, cricket game, only 2 players are playing. I'm talking about batsmen. Only 2 people, remaining people are sitting. Rugby game, all members are playing. All teamwork it is. Completely, continuously, all the players are in the game, meaning players here, developers and testers. And while playing the game, based on the current score and time availability, based on the current score, based on the time availability, very quickly they assemble. Just a second, they will discuss what to do, how to play the game for next 2 minutes, next 5 minutes. Disperse and start playing the game. Whereas in test match, lengthy planning will be made. Next 4 days, first to 10 hours, no score is required. We have to kill the balls. With a proper plan, they will come into the field. In rugby game, there is no plan. While playing only, the plan will be made and executed. Generally, test match, cricket match, with a plan, they come into the field. Rugby game, there is no plan. While playing, based on the time availability, based on the score, they make a decision and change the game and plan. Change the game, change the plan and play it. Agile model also saying this. I'm demonstrating some output to my client. Client given some comments or feedback. Client given a change request. 1 week of plan will be changed again. If I make 3 months of plan, frequently customer asking some enhancements or changes, what is the use of making 3 months of plan? Again, the game plan have to be changed. It's short schedules. Agile model, Scrum is a agile development approach, a team-focused work. Complete team, developers and testers, together focus on making the better product. The Scrum, terminologies. Scrum Master, Project Manager is called Scrum Master. Business Analyst is called Product Owner here. The meetings, developers and testers together called Scrum Team or Agile Team. Frequently, daily, alternative days, some meetings will be organized. The product backlog. At first, the Scrum Master will make a list, totally what we have to implement in this product. A list of items to be implemented in the product can be called as product backlog. Note on this. Scrum terminology. Otherwise, first, Scrum. Actually, in Agile, we have Scrum, one of the development approach. Within Agile, Scrum is one process. Extreme programming, another process. Kanban model, other process. But here, mostly used model is Scrum. Team-focused work. Scrum is the most popular agile development approach. The most popular agile development approach which focuses on managing the task within a team-based environment. A team-based environment. Note on this. Scrum terminologies. Take the first one, Scrum Master. Project Manager is called Scrum Master. Project manager is called Scrum Master. Project manager is called Scrum Master. Next one, Scrum meeting. Scrum meeting. Daily meetings among the Scrum team members. Daily meetings among the Scrum team members called Scrum meeting. A Scrum team meaning developers and testers together. Take the next one, product owner. Product owner. Business analyst. Business analyst is called product owner. Product backlog. See what actually, from here actually technical work start, product backlog. See, first the Scrum Master will document totally what are the items we have to implement in the product. The list of items to be implemented in the product, what we have to achieve by end of the product, what are the requirements we have to implement at the end of the product is called product backlog. The product backlog is a list. Somewhere we have to document totally what are the items we have to implement in the product. That list is called product backlog. A product backlog contains epics and user stories. What do you mean by epic? A major business requirement planned to implement in the product is called an epic. In waterfall model story, we call it as business requirement. Same business requirement is called as epic in agile model terminology. In waterfall model terminology, we call as scenario, what to be tested, functionality. Same we have to call as user stories. Make this product backlog. A product backlog is a list. A product backlog is a list where we document
Easy.
A product backlog is a list where we document the total items to be implemented, in the product. The total items to be implemented in the product. Totally what we have to implement in the product will be listed in the product backlog. Continuation. A product backlog contains epics and user stories. A product backlog contains epics and user stories. These are the terms used in Agile Scrum. Epics and user story. In waterfall model terminology, we call them as business requirements. We have 10 requirements to be implemented. Same person, when it comes to Agile model, the person will call them as totally we have to implement 10 epics. Epics are nothing but requirements. So what is an epic? See here. A major business requirement planned to implement in the product can be called as a epic. For example, after downloading our product, food delivery application, customers should be able to order the food online. That is a major requirement why the customer is downloading the app. The customer should be able to order the food online. That is a major requirement. Such major requirements can be called as epics. Take it, epic. A major business requirement is called an epic. A major business requirement is called an epic. No need to note down, just understanding, because giving an exercise based on application based. What do you mean by epic? In a food delivery application, customers should be able to order the food online. That is a major requirement. Such major requirements are called epics. In a Primus Bank application scenario, admin should be able to create and manage branches for the Primus Bank, correct? Already they have about 100 branches. They are planning to open a new branch. Admin should be able to create a new branch. They change the one branch location from one building to other building. Contact number change, email ID change. Admin should be able to update the branch details. For some reason, they close a branch at some location. Admin should be able to delete unwanted branches. Finally, what is the requirement? Administrators should be able to create and manage branches of the Primus Bank. That is one major business requirement. It is called one epic. Like, let me give one more. A new employee joined in a bank. Who will update the details about the employee in the system? Administrator. Who will create the login account for this employee? Bank employee? Administrator. Maybe this employee leave for next 10 days. I may disable the login account because it is a banking application. From outside, you should not be able to access it, correct? I may suspend the account for 1 week. Once you rejoin, I enable the account. Finally, admin should be able to register the employees and admin should be able to define and manage login account for the employees. That is another major business requirement. Such major business requirements are called epics. In a customer module of a banking application, customer should be able to log in and customer should be able to access, view account statement. That is one major business requirement. Mostly we log in to check our account balance or generate account statement. Another major business requirement. Customers should be able to log in and customers should be able to make online bills payment. Another major business requirement. Customers should be able to make a money transfer, inter or intra transfer. That is another major business requirement. Such major business requirement in the product can be called as epics. One product backlog will contain multiple epics. Product backlog meaning totally what are the items we have to implement in the product. That list is called backlog. This backlog will contain a list of epics. Major business requirements are called epics. Later you can note down this. One sheet will explain everything what I am discussing. Epic, every epic will have multiple user story. What do you mean by user story? A functionality to be implemented to meet the requirement can be called as a story. See here, a customer should be able to create an account. What is the epic I said? After downloading the mobile app like Swiggy, customers should be able to order the food online. That is a major business requirement. How to implement this? What are the functionalities required for this? Customers should be able to create an account. Customers should be able to log in. Customers should be able to browse the restaurants. Customers should be able to select a restaurant. Customers should be able to view the food items in a restaurant. Customers should be able to add food items to cart. Customers should be able to make a payment. Customers should be able to track the delivery status. These are the functionalities. All these functionalities belongs to an epic. Customers should be able to order the food online. User story meaning a functionality to be implemented in the product can be called as a story, user story. Note down. Story or user story. A feature to be implemented is called user story. A feature to be implemented is called user story. A feature to be implemented is called user story. You please observe this one. The Swiggy application example. Customers should be able to order the food online. That is a major requirement, epic. To implement this major business requirement, epic, you need to create multiple features. User registration, one feature. Login, one feature. Customer should be able to select the restaurant, one feature. All these features are nothing but different stories belongs to an epic. Continuation. An epic will have multiple user stories. An epic will have multiple user stories. An epic will have multiple user stories. Right. Here. Task. I said Scrum Master will assign the job to the team members. You do this, you do this, you do this. You know, task meaning we know. A planned work item is nothing but a task. Development related work, QA related work. Take it? Task. A planned work item is called a task. A planned work item is called a task. A planned work item is called a task. Listen. The previous scenario, Swiggy application scenario. What is the first user story? New customer registration, correct? Customer should be able to create their account. What are the various tasks belongs to the story one? Writing the code for new customer registration. Creating test cases for customer registration. Executing test cases of customer registration. These three tasks belongs to one user story. For one user story implementation, there will be multiple task items. Make a note. One user story implementation will have multiple task items. One user story implementation will have multiple task items. Like here, writing the code for customer registration, task 1. Writing test cases for customer registration, task 2. Executing test cases for customer creation, task. All I explained in one sheet. But related to the Primus Bank application, not food delivery. Sprint 1, name of the project, Primus Bank. First sprint, let's say next 1 week of schedule. One major business requirement planned to implement in next 1 week. What is that major business requirement planned to implement in the Primus Bank application? Admin should be able to create and manage branches of the Primus Bank. That is one major requirement. Such major requirements are called epic. This is one example for epic in Primus Bank application. Similarly, one more example. Admin should be able to register the bank employees and create and manage the login account for the bank employees. That is another major business requirement. Second epic. Maybe the second epic can be planned in the next schedule. Got it? Now, one major business requirement is called a epic. What is the epic here? Admin should be able to create and manage branches of the Primus Bank. What are the different features belongs to this epic? Admin should be able to create a new branch. Admin should be able to update branch details. Admin should be able to delete unwanted Primus Bank branches. These are the three stories. For each feature, story will have multiple task items. Writing the code for new branch registration, task 1. Writing test cases for branch registration, task 2. Executing test cases for new branch registration, task 3. Scrum Master will assign the priorities, what to do first, what to do next. Assign the work to the concerned developers and testers. One slide will explaining you the complete details about what is an epic example. One epic will have multiple stories. One story will have multiple task items. These task items will be prioritized by the Scrum Master, assigned to the concerned team members by the Scrum Master in a Scrum meeting. Got it? Okay. Where I documented here? Where I listed all this? This is the work for next 1 week. And the Scrum Master. Here where I listed? In Excel sheet. That Excel sheet I put in the PowerPoint. Actually it is Excel sheet format. If I am maintaining my data in Excel sheet, every week schedule, I assign the work, how I would like to track what is the work happening. Many people working on the same product. If I manage the data in Excel files, one of my team member completed the code. Other team member is still building the code for second requirement. One team member completed test case execution. Other person writing test cases. Other person not yet started writing test cases. Finally, as a Scrum Master, but at any cost, we have to finish the product in time. No postponements are agreed in the Scrum model because I committed to my client, this Friday I am going to demonstrate the output. Monday itself I committed to my client, this Friday I am going to demonstrate the home page and login section and everything to you, sir. At any cost I have to demonstrate. If frequently there are some postponements are happening, client will not get the confidence on our output. No postponement allowed in the Scrum model. So every day I need to track the status, what is happening, what is work completed, what is work happening, what is the work to be started. Then only I can change my, like in rugby game, according to the situation, plan can be little revised. If I am monitoring the status online, then only I can able to make a necessary corrective action. So rather than following the work artifacts in Excel sheet, we use a cloud system for ease of monitoring the project work. The cloud system is called Jira. Understand? The cloud software is called Jira, like a Google Drive, not a Google Drive. There are many programming features, many software project management features are available in the tool, Jira tool. Cloud-based management is happening today, not Excel-based, especially for Agile model.
Sir,
Hence, Jira is called Agile Project Management tool. Purely, Jira is used for Agile Project Management. After this, we'll discuss how to use the Jira software. Note on this.
sir, what is the meaning of work artifact, sir?
What is the meaning of work?
Work artifact.
Work artifacts meaning any product related work can be called as an artifact. The test scenario document can be called as one artifact. You just Google what is synonym for artifact, other English meaning for artifact. Any work item can be called as a artifact, high level English terminology, artifact. Any work item, whatever the work you are doing, that piece of work can be called as one artifact. Your scenario document is called one artifact. Test cases can be called as other artifact. Defects are called as other artifact. Test artifacts meaning scenario document, test case document, bug reports, all these are called test artifacts. All these test artifacts collectively can be called as testware or test suite. Collection of all work artifacts together. Understood?
Sir, thank you, sir.
Right. It is a high level English term, that's it. Work item can be called as an artifact, that's it. Note on this. Sprint? Not both. Both are not same. Here, I taken only one epic for implementation. Sometimes one sprint may have 2 or 3 epics also. Sprint meaning a short schedule, 1 week of schedule, 10 days of schedules made to implement 1 or 2 major business requirements can be called as a sprint. A short schedule made to implement 1 or 2 major business requirements can be called as a sprint. That's it. In one sprint, most we implement 1 major business requirement. If the length of the business requirement is too small, I may plan to implement 2 requirements in one sprint. Short schedule is called a sprint. Here for your first level of understanding, when you refer this, you should get the idea about what is a sprint, what is a epic, what is a user story, what is a task. I given all put together. Same in real time we are going to update in the cloud, not in Excel sheet. For your notes, for your understanding purpose only, I put in the Excel format. Same will be maintained in the cloud software, that is Jira. One moment. You note down this and we'll continue. Agile model. Now, rather than recording in the Excel sheets all the work artifacts, all the work items, rather than recording in the Excel sheet, in Agile model, preferably we go with a cloud system like Jira software. Now let us start exploring what is Jira. Take the topic, Jira. I'll give the basic details about the Jira tool today. And from tomorrow and day after tomorrow, 2 days, we'll learn about the Jira tool. What actually is Jira? It's a cloud-based project management tool. What is cloud-based? Today, most of the softwares are cloud-based systems. Nothing maintained in the local infrastructure. Everything will be maintained on the cloud. You know, Google offering Google Cloud Services, AWS, Amazon Web Services, Amazon Cloud Services, Azure. Completely today, any software must be cloud-based. For example, the Premise Bank application, what we are accessing, not available in this machine. Maybe after my classes, my person going to shut down this machine. Still you are accessing Premise Bank application anytime, right? Sometimes in the evening hours, night hours also you are accessing, right? Anytime you can access because it is not available in this machine. It's available on the cloud. We uploaded into AWS. We deploy the product in AWS cloud. So that at any point of time you can access from anywhere, you need only one internet connection. Similarly, any product a company is implementing today, it must be cloud-based software, then only you can sell the product. Local products you cannot sell. Cloud-based software concept is SaaS model. Jira is a SaaS model product. What is SaaS? Anyone?
Software as a service.
Software as a service. I developed one software application. Rather than selling the product to you for a big amount, I'll give the entire product to you. You have to maintain your database. You have to maintain your servers. You have to maintain your team. The product cost is about lakhs. Earlier it had, okay. Nowadays customers are not accepting it, intelligent customers. Why I have to maintain my server? I have to maintain my database. I have to maintain my technology or my technical people to maintain the servers. Why all this headache? You take care of everything. Every month I'll pay the amount for you. Understand the point here? Like, we wanted a car for day-to-day travel. We have two options nowadays. Buying a car, one option. Renting a car with Uber, other option. Correct? Uber business is car as a service. Car as a service. Any customer can rent their car as per their requirement. Use it, pay for usage. That's it. You no need to worry about the big investment of buying a car. You no need to worry about the driver. You no need to worry about the petrol. You no need to worry about the parking. You no need to worry about the repairs and maintenance. I provide car as a service. For the service, I charge the amount. That is the over business model. Food delivery as a service. That is Swiggy business model. Software as a service. Software as a service. That is cloud computing business model. A simple before I proceed. If you want to start an online shopping business, any person want to start an online shopping business, what are the actual software components they require? Tell me. If a person want to go for online shopping business, what is the technicalities they require? What kind of things they require? I'm talking about software technology, remaining not goods and all. They need one web application. They need
Database.
mostly web application, okay. Also, minimum Android application is mandatory. Mostly people are browsing the products using a mobile app, correct? Android, preferably iOS also. If budget permits, you can go for even iOS also, because lot of maintenance are needed. One web application, one Android mobile app, one iOS mobile app. If you have these three apps, you can focus on doing the business. Remaining logistics and all you have to take it technology-wise, one web application, one Android mobile application, one iOS mobile application needed, correct? Right. To your knowledge, what is the minimum budget required for these three apps? You wanted this business, run the business. You give a contract to a software company. I wanted one web application for my business. I wanted one Android mobile app. I wanted one iOS mobile app. Okay? To your knowledge, what is the minimum budget? How much budget is involved for getting your apps ready? Tell me, some figure you tell me. 10 lakhs? Professional application you don't get. You will get the application, but there will be some bugs and there will be some issues. Minimum web application maybe about 10 to 15 lakhs. Android application about another 8 to 10 lakhs. iOS cost more. Approximately 30 to 40 lakhs of the budget to get a professional application. 5 lakhs also you can get. You cannot run the business. You cannot run the business. There will be many bugs and all. Small people will make it. Unprofessional people will make it. Quality may not guarantee it. If you go with a standard organization, they charge minimum 30 to 40 lakhs for all these apps together. Correct? Only for technology purpose, you need to invest a money of minimum 25 to 40 between. Approximately. Okay? Right. A person got an idea. Let us start online shopping business. There's a big business in the market. Very big business is happening in e-commerce. E-commerce is a very big domain. Okay. One person made a decision. Okay, I'll start online shopping business. But 30 lakhs of the investment. Investment is also okay. If you ask the software company people, I'll provide all the apps to you. I need 3 to 4 months of time. And once I deliver the apps to you, you have to maintain your applications at your servers. You have to maintain a technical team to maintain all the servers and all. I'll deliver. First 1 year, I provide the free support. But you need your infrastructure because your application need to be deployed on servers. You need to maintain a technical person, 1 or 2 people to manage the servers, network connections and everything, power everything. This will stop the people, correct? 40 lakhs of investment I have to go. Further maintenance. Oh. Big companies will push the amount like anything and do the business. When the big person managing a business, professionally want to do a business, they start the venture with a minimum 10 to 20 CR of investment. With 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs, you will give a try, finally close. You cannot manage, you cannot compete with Snapdeal or Amazon, correct? Competitors are there. They provide free services, free delivery services, cash on delivery, return policy. Because they are doing the big business in a very bigger manner. They can do. Small people cannot do this. Their expenses will not permit for this. Finally, results in loss. Okay. Finally, you decided to start a business. I said 25 to 40 lakhs of investment you have to push to get your apps ready, correct? Right. Recently, our company, Qvets, I said I have a software development company also. Last 4 years, we are developing an app, Ready Ecom. ReadyEcom.com is a portal. Pay 990 rupees per month. Next 10 minutes, your applications are ready with your own brand. Every month, you have to pay 999 rupees. Basic plan. Up to 10 products you can sell. You want to go for up to 100 products online? 1800 rupees. You want to go for unlimited services? 5000 rupees per month. You pay 900, you can start from 900 rupees. Basic plan. 1800 rupees. Advanced professional plan. Unlimited plan, 5000 rupees per month. Supposing you want to do the business in a very bigger manner, 5000 rupees per month. Okay? Where is 30 lakhs? Where is 5,000? You pay 5,000, next 15 minutes, I will not do anything. I'll give a login account to you, that's it. You log in as admin, you upload your logo, you upload your company name, you decide the theme, you decide the colors. Next 15 minutes, your application ready. Your mobile app also ready, your iOS app also ready. Everything ready made. You pay, your login account will permit to configure the things, submit, everything is online. Last 4.5 years, we are working on this. Already we done. Maybe next 1 month, another 1 or 2 months, because technology is ready. Marketing and lot of logistics, there are many other things to be ready. Okay? So my vision is, let us make 10,000 people in the platform. Every month, 10,000 people will pay 5,000 rupees per month. The cost is about 50 CR in a month. That is the plan. Last 4.5 years, we are working on this. Almost done, technology done. Maybe next month, I'll demonstrate the product. It's not in the live now. Once my people made live, because ready, but we was not made live. Once we made live, people start enrollments. Once infrastructure, backend team, everything is ready, then only we make the business. Ecomready.com is the, Ecom Ready is the product name. Ready Ecom. Readily e-commerce is available. You subscribe, next 10 minutes your shopping website is ready. Similarly, Jira also same. You pay, next 10 minutes your project management tool is ready. Any software today is SaaS based. Software as a service based. Jira also a SaaS based product. Jira is a cloud computing product, software as a service model. Multiple people can connect to the same server. All team members will connect to the same server. Project manager login, BA can log in, tester can log in, developer can log in. The Scrum Master will define the product backlog. Scrum Master will define the product backlog. Scrum Master will define the epics, user stories. BA nothing but product owner can log in. All people are collaboratively working from a centralized location, that is Jira. Tester login. Write the test cases. Execute the test cases. Record the defects. These developer login, watch the defects you posted, fix the defect and update the status. Now, at any point of Scrum Master, just a click away, they come to know the status of the test cases, status of the bugs, status of the user stories, what is completed, what is in progress, what is done, what is in progress, what is done, what are pending. Everything can be tracked from a centralized location, that is Jira software. Completely cloud-based project management tool, that is Jira. Make a note of it, Jira. First, note down this diagram. Tomorrow, I'll give the notes about this, then we'll extend the discussion. And tomorrow, online team members, you people, minimum 2 people, you have to share your screen so that I'll explain how collaboratively people will work on the project. I'll act like a scrum master. I'll make one team member as a developer. I'll make one team member as a tester. 3 people, all people connecting to the same cloud. How the works happens in the same cloud by the team members, I'll demonstrate tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So note down this and log off here for today. Tomorrow I'll give the notes about the Jira, then we start accessing the Jira tool. You no need to install anything in your system because it is completely cloud-based. Only you need one internet connection, that's it. Yes? RTM, you are talking about tool? That is in a simple Excel sheet, right? You are manually, you are linking all together. This is a complete software. You write scenarios in Excel. You can write test case in Excel. But here we are not recording anything in Excel. We are recording everything in a software database. As simple, you go to a supermarket to buy some material. They are giving a bill. They are entering in a software, they are entering in Excel sheet. Bill. Bill meaning how the bill is coming from. Software is generating a bill. They are entering billing in a software, not in Excel sheet. Like, because Excel is a client base. Software is a cloud base. 4 people working on the same project. If you go with Excel, 4 people have to document the test case in the same sheet, in the Excel sheet. End of the day, 4 files to be submitted to the team lead. Every day I am receiving the scenarios from my team members in Excel file. Every day I am receiving test cases from my team members in Excel file. Every day I am receiving the defects in Excel file. How I merge and consolidate together. But here, all people are connecting to same computer, cloud computer. All activities are getting recorded in the same database, not in anything in the individual client machines. Today, people are working from home. All collaboratively connect in a centralized location, cloud location, work together. Such a software is called Jira. I stop here today. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, online team.
Thank you, sir.